All right, team. Gather around, sit down, and relax. It's halftime. I'm going to do a little inspirational speech to motivate you for the second half. The second half of the day. See, your life is a game. Your life is a sport, and you can win the second half. You can do it. It's not over. It's never too late. You can refresh, restart at any moment, but this is a perfectly good time. All right, so I am your coach, and just let me motivate you. So this video is about the 3 crucial mindsets that I needed to grow a successful coaching business. I've been doing it for 9 years, and these are 3 really crucial mindsets, the most important ones. So the first one is, you got to have a laid back mindset. You got to be relaxed. I had to. When I wasn't relaxed, not successful. Then I just came across as needy and creepy and clingy, and everyone can just tell my energy. So you can't hide. I thought I could hide. I could hide from my, no one could tell. No one could tell I was nervous or needy or desperate or really serious or stressed. Nobody could tell, right? I didn't do that like in a coaching session. I was just like that at home. But they can tell. They can tell, they can smell it a mile away, they can pick up on it, even if they're not like conscious about it. There's just like something about me that they just don't want to hire. They don't want to hire me, they don't want to work with me professionally. They can't put their finger on it, but they just don't. But it's all energy. It's all energetics. And it's all because I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't laid back. I cared too much. But when I started to practice being laid back, it was a game changer. So instead of like approaching my coaching practice from like a point of like, I'm trying to get better at sales, I'm trying to get better at marketing, I'm trying to get better in pressing, or even just trying to get better at coaching, that all just made me really serious. But if I just practiced being laid back, that changed my energy. And then it means like it didn't matter what happened. It didn't matter if like a client signed up with me or not, or if they even wanted a free coaching session or not. That didn't matter because I was like, well, I was practicing being laid back and I was successful at that. And I was having fun with that. So it's like I always have like another game going on. It's like not even like directly related. So like, well, how do you practice laid back? Well, one of them is like, it's literally lay back when talking to people. I actually shoulders back, head back. I'm just back. I'm just casual. I'm wearing a t-shirt, not a suit. That helps. I thought I needed to be like really professional and dressed up at first. Took that away. Wear relaxed clothes. Actually, I can put my feet up. My feet up, my head back. That helps. That practice, that's making me more laid back. Laid back language. Small words instead of big words. Simple. I don't have to say as much. Easy. Laid back tone. Just not serious, more casual. Just lighter about what I talk about. So that practice is laid back. And then that makes me really relaxed And then, but why is that so important? Why is that so important? Well, it makes them really relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the more relaxed they are, the more comfortable they are sharing stuff, saying things, opening up to you, wanting help from you, wanting help because it's such a safe environment. They're not intimidated. They're not, like, they feel like they have to be like better. Like sometimes a prospect thinks they need to be impressive because you're impressive. But if you're really laid back, then they can drop their guard and then just tell it as it is. And they can admit things that they wouldn't admit to anyone else. That's really important. They're also willing to go further in the process if they're relaxed. You can say things like, hey, want a coaching session? And they'll say yes, because you're relaxed, they're relaxed. It's just all very relaxing. All right. That's number one crucial mindset. Crucial. When I wasn't relaxed, I was not getting any clients. None. All right, next. Since talking about that, I'm going to lay back. Everybody just relax, lay back. If wherever you are, just lay back. Do one of these things. That helps. Do any of these things. All right, so number 2, you've got to be proud. I had to be proud. I had to be proud of my job, proud of my coaching profession, proud of the industry, proud that I'm in it, proud that I found it, proud of my service, proud to tell about it. Proud and happy. So that if somebody asks me what I do for a living, the first thing I do is smile. I don't even have to say anything. They're like, what do you do for a job? I'm just smiling. It's like I'm saying yes, 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 yes. They're asking me about this thing I'm really proud about. I can't wait to say I'm a coach. A life coach, a mindset coach, or I help people solve problems. It doesn't even really matter what I say. It's not even the description. I could be like cryptic, but because I'm just happy and proud and I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to say it. And so at first, when I was a coach, I was a bartender and I felt more bartender than coach. I felt more like what I've been doing for many years, like being in restaurants, being a restaurant server, bartender. I made that my identity. And then I thought coaching was like this weird, crazy, silly thing that I was doing on the side that I'm not even sure if I should tell people about. I'm not sure if it's ethical. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm just like stealing money from people. Here's this evil thing that I do on the side that so if they ask me what I'm going to do, I'm not going to mention it. And then all that does is they just think, this is so conscious, right? But they just think you must not even be good at coaching. You didn't even say it, but if then you ever did say it, then they're just going to feel like you're not good at it. They're like, you're not good at coaching. Because you think it's evil or bad or weird or crazy, and then you don't mention it. Instead of just being proud, and I am good at it, and it works, it's really cool. Coaching is really cool. Like helping people, like they're in a negative mindset, they're stressed, and then they turn optimistic. They become more positive people, more positive about their relationships and their jobs and their parenting and their creative projects. They're positive about all of those. That's really cool. That's a really cool thing in the industry that this exists, and it's better than therapy. And we're moving people towards a goal. We're going right towards it, right? They want a better relationship, and a coach can take them right there, and that's really cool. And I don't want to be shy about it. I don't want to hide from that. So if somebody asks me what I do, I want to say that right. I want to like get right into it. Oh my God. It's really cool. It's really cool what I do. This is a super crucial mindset because when I thought it might be kind of bad, I got no clients. And even if I got somebody to get a free coaching session with me, they don't want to hire me because they can just tell that my energetics about it are, I am not proud of this. I am not proud of it. I'm not even sure I'm good at it. And I'm not sure if you will be helped. And I'm not sure if anybody gets helped. Maybe it's just all fake. And then they pick up on that energy. So I had to start believing that it's not fake. It's not weird. It's not crazy. It's not dumb. It's amazing. It's spectacular. And I'm part of it. It was the most brilliant thing I ever do was become a coach. It was my smartest decision. And I've helped so many people already, and I want them to know about that because they could be helped too. Which brings me to the third most crucial, most important mindset, maybe the most important one of all of these, to have a growing coaching practice. And it has to be combined with the other ones. It has to be with like the relaxed, laid back, light mindset. And the happy and proud and it's cool. And this mindset is, you gotta be direct. It's like the blunt mindset. This was crucial because at first I was just beating around the bush. Being vague, not inviting people to coaching sessions or not inviting people to directly to work with me, not inviting people or to just know how it looks like to work with me, like this is just how it works. Not saying like bluntly, like it's 3 months of coaching, it's 12 sessions, it's $3,000, like just saying it. It's like beating around the beating around the bush, hiding from like details. And then like people get confused and then they're like in the friend zone. Because you're not like putting them in coaching containers, like talk to me at 4:00. It'll be from 4 to 5 on Monday during my work hours. Workout. And instead, if I was just being like a friend and just starting to give people advice and like helping them, then they're confused of what I am. They just think I'm like a nice person, a saint, a friend. They think that they can just come and talk to me anytime they want. They don't think of it as a thing. They don't think of it as like I've got techniques and it's like a thing that you go through. Like a massage therapist, if they ran into somebody and then they said they had like a messed up shoulder, like a sore messed up shoulder, right? And this massage therapist isn't going to just start like massaging them there, and then they just think there's like a cool friend that like, he's like, oh, thanks. No, you want them to be, the massage therapist is going to be direct and be like, no, I give massages. I actually have a technique. I learned how to like help shoulders when they're messed up, right? And then they would say like, make an appointment with me at my massage office. Even if it was at home, it's like a room with like the table and the sheet and the massage lotion, the oil. Maybe there's the, music in the background or something. Like, right? It's like a whole vibe. But the massage therapist wants to directly invite them to that. Even if it was free. They're like, I won't charge you, but like book a session, a massage with me. And then it's like a 90-minute massage, right? And it sounds to the person like it's a thing. Like, oh, they know what they're doing. It's like a whole process. They're not confused. But if I don't do that, then they're very confused. So as a coach, we kind of treat it like any other profession, like a doctor. If a doctor finds out that they're sick, they're just like hanging out at a party and they've signed out somebody like sick and they're like, oh, all right, what kind of sick? And they're like, something with my, stomach. And they're like, oh, all right, come to my office on Monday, right? And they don't try to treat them right there at the party. They just directly invite them to their office. And then at the office, they're wearing their coat, lab coat, their medical coat, right? There's another table. There's a whole thing, right? That's where people trust you the most. So I had to learn how to just invite people to my office hours, make it official. I don't have a coat, but if I just invite them to the Zoom, that is my office. And if I say it's from 4 to 5, and I have a process, they feel so much better about it. They'll even say things they'll come on and be like, how does this work? And I love that. I love when they're like, how does it work? Because I've established that there is something that works. I know something. And then you can go through the little coaching journey and then you can tell them how it works. Great. I'll tell you how it works. This is how it starts. You tell me your problem. What would you want to talk about? What's most meaningful? Something like that. Or your style is, we start with a positive win, anything that went well today. But regardless, you're not doing it at the party or the bar or the friend's house or at the park. You're not doing it there. You're not just giving coaching advice. That's just pretending that you're not a coach that does it for a living. So be direct. Be you do it for a living. Be blunt that if you have free coaching sessions, then be blunt and tell people that you have it. If that's your style. Or if you do only paid sessions, but you'll give them one session for $50, then bluntly, directly tell everybody that you do that. I don't care if it's $10. It's not the price. It's just that you're bluntly telling them it. Be like, hey, I've got what I'm doing right now, and it's a really cool time that you met me, is I'm giving the coaching session for $10. You just meet on Zoom at 4 on Monday, and you send me $10 on Venmo, and we do it. It's just so direct and blunt. The other part of being direct and blunt is being directly blunt about how it can help. So if they say something you're talking to somebody, you're just connecting, you're just being you. You aren't being a coach. You're just being you. You're just connecting human to human. And your friend talks about how their relationship is going to shit. Their boyfriend or their girlfriend, they're fighting with them. It's on the rocks, right? They say that. Well, then you say, as the professional coach, I could help you with your relationship. I could help you smooth that out and improve that area of your life. Come to the decision whether you want to stay with them or not. That's what I do. Come to my coaching session and we'll figure that out. We can talk all about your boyfriend, girlfriend, right? And then they're like, oh, that's what you do? And I'm like, yeah, I do that. And you don't have to be vague about it. You just say I do that. You could even throw out a story, bluntly throw out a story. I just helped Melissa with her boyfriend. They were fighting like crazy. And then they talked to me, and then she's realized she was taking all this stuff too seriously, and she wanted things from him, but she didn't need those things from him, or she could just loosen up, whatever. She now is having the best time with her boyfriend. You just tell the story bluntly, directly. Get to it. And then they're awesome. And then they book the call with you. Also, to be very crucial mindset piece of the blunt, it's like to be very blunt in asking certain questions, like finding out from this prospective client. So to be very clear here, you do want to work on your relationship. And they're like, yes. Okay, cool. And like, to be very clear, like, you want to like get coached on it. Like, there's a problem with your relationship and you want to like work on it. And then they're like, yeah. And you want to do that with me? Yes. It's just like bluntly like asking those kind of questions. So that we all are on the same page here. You have a relationship problem. You do want to work on it. You would love it for it to go well. And you are open to doing the modality of coaching. Awesome. Now we can schedule it. Too many coaches do not know what the coaching session is going to be about. They don't even know if the person wanted help. They just assumed they wanted help. They just wanted to complain, maybe. And that is different than wanting help. They just want to be like, yeah, my relationship is crap. But they didn't say they wanted to do anything about it. Lots of people are like, yeah, I'd love to write a screenplay. That doesn't mean that I want to like actually start trying now. And that's the difference between maybe a therapist and a coach. Is a coach is going to be like, well, if you do want to start writing a screenplay now, then you could I could help you move there. If you just want to like complain about how you're not writing a screenplay or how you probably never will, then that's not a reason for a coaching session. I'm not here to just talk victim-y to me for no reason. You could talk victim-y to me if you want to do something about it. So you got to be blunt and ask these questions. Do you want to do something about it? And then even in a coaching session, you got to be direct and be like, why are we here? What are we doing? Is that the most meaningful thing we could be talking about right now? Is that helpful? Where are we going? What do you want to accomplish at the end of the session? And then we're at the session and be like, did we get there? Did I help? What did you get out of this? What did you learn? How are you going to be different next time? What actions are you going to take? Just blunt, just direct. Don't be scared. This is your job. You're proud of it. And you're also like unattached and relaxed about what their answer is. If they're like, I didn't get anything out of it, then you're like, fine. You didn't have to. I don't want to move on to the next step. I don't want a second conversation. Oh, great. I don't care if you do or not. I was just asking if you wanted it. You got to be that blunt so that you can get clear answers and then you know what to do. How do I know if I should keep like sending emails to somebody? Well, did they say they still like want to work on confidence? Did they say that they're going in a different direction? Did they say, no, I actually don't want to work on confidence anymore? Hey, I actually am going in a different way. I am going to just hire a therapist. I'm going to read these books on confidence instead of the coaching. And then I'm very clear. And now I don't need to like circle back to them because they've just I got them to be blunt. They can bluntly tell me they don't want it. So this is very, important. So let's recap the 3 mindsets that are super crucial that I needed to have to grow my business successfully. And was 1, have that really relaxed, laid back mindset and keep practicing it to become more and more laid back. So I don't care. I'm caring, but I don't care. I don't care if they do something or not, if they work with me or not, if they want to help or not. I don't care. It's just options. And then 2, I have to have that proud mindset. I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of my industry. I'm proud of my service. I'm like, I think it's cool. I'm really happy about it. And I smile when thinking about it. And then 3, blunt and direct. I just get to the point. I say what I want to say. I ask the question. I make sure I got a clear answer. I don't beat around the bush. I tell people about my service. I tell people how I can help them. I put them in the container I want them to be in. Tell them I'm do this professionally. I put them in my work hours. I schedule them like in my office. And then when I show up, it's like I've got the equivalent of my lab coat on or my, my uniform in my office. So those are the 3 crucial mindsets. Think about it. If you have those, see if this resonates with you, and reflect on how that could be really important for you. And then, if you are interested, you can work with me on coaching. I can help you with these mindsets if that's something you're like, yeah, I want those. I want to work on those. If you want to work on those, then you can. I do have openings. You can work with me on 6 months one-on-one on these things and get your coaching business successful and thriving and be happy in it. So if you want, you can DM me about doing that. All right. Team, thank you for coming here and listening. Let's put our hands in on coaching on 3. 1, 2, 3, coaching! Break.